the street. Say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, oh, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me, and have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer and have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walking down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, oh, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me, and have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Yeah. Hope you're singing along at home, because if you are, you won't notice when I'm wrong. These songs come out once a year. Everyone's glad for that, for whatever reason. I know you know this one. It's tough to sing. Don't worry about that part. It's tough to play too. They're all tough. What's the deal with Christmas songs? Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let's look at the show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, it's grand, just holding your hand. We're riding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy cozy are we. We're snuggled up together like two birds of a feather would be. Let's take that road before us and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let's look at the show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, it's grand, just holding your hand. We're riding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy cozy are we. We're snuggled up together like two birds of a feather would be. Let's take that road before us and sing a chorus or three. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with. Lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with. Lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you and me. Yeah, Christmas. It's the stuff. Yes. It's all about stuff, isn't it? You stuff things in the stocking. Santa does, at my house anyway, or it ain't gonna get stuffed. All right, I'm gonna give this one a shot, as risky as it is. Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. The jingle bell rhyme and jingle bells time. Snowing and blowing the bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop is done, and it is done. That's all you get. I'm sorry. No, it's only going to get worse from there. We don't need any of that. You know, I think I'm done with all that. The closer to Christmas, the closer I get to doing it right. Thank you. It's always a pleasure. You need another song? I'll do you one of mine. We'll get this out of the way. Which one? I don't know. Yeah, let's do that. What is love for? I haven't a clue. Why do we always fall into traps tender laid by puckish design, and everything else kind of goes? Yeah. I don't understand, but when you are near, I lose all my wits, no thought is clear. I'm lost in your eyes of sugar and spice, and I just thought you ought to know. You here with me, a secret vignette, roses in bloom and baby's breath. Caught in a spell, you can't help but weave, and I just thought you ought to know. We wear imaginary chains that drag us down to early graves, clip our own wings, pretending we should never fly. Don't you want to fly? We wear imaginary chains that drag us down to early graves, clip our own wings, pretending we could never fly. Ha ha! Don't you want to fly? Well, devil may care while I'm here with you, 'cause there's nothing else I'd rather do than whistle a tune, bells ringing in June, and I just thought you ought to know for sure. I whistle my tune only for you, and I just thought you ought to know. You should know. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sean Arington. Let's give him another round of applause. Yay. Ah, see, wow. Okay, one more time with the larger crowd, too, with all those sitting in the back. Yay, Sean, okay. as we light the Christ candle in our Advent wreath. Okay, come on. There you go. We have a lesson to learn from the Advent candle because we had these beautiful gold candles last week. They didn't want to light, and when one finally did, it started putting out these odors into the air and kind of some black smoke, and it didn't feel very Adventy at all, so they got dismissed. So the first candle for last week was faith, and the candle for this week is peace. And they're burning very nicely. Let us, as we do in everything and unity, begin with prayer. So if you would, sorry about that, we're trying something new here. If you would just turn within and take some breaths. Everything that's on your mind or might be on your heart or concerns or worries, we put that aside. And we breathe, we relax into the consciousness of our own divinity and the divinity all around us. Thank you, Infinite Spirit, Holy Divine all that is, for another day of living, another day on the planet, another day in which we may express our highest and best selves in this world. We thank you for places of worship all across the globe. So many different ways of seeing and knowing Spirit. We thank you for all the light and love that is especially shining at this time of year. The joy in children's eyes, the expectancy in so many hearts. We bless our dear ones, our families, our friends, our country, our world. And with that joy on our hearts, we say or think, thank you, Spirit, and so it is. You seem to have a little background noise. I don't know if it's my mic, maybe. I'll switch it to my head after we get a reader up here. So anyway, very glad to see everyone that's watching online. We do know that you're there. Yes, we do. And for people that watch this on YouTube a little later on, and for those that are showing up in person, it is wonderful when you are here in person. The energy, am I right, is amazing in this place. The beauty and the light and the years of love that we have put into it. Our beautiful Christmas tree and so many other wonderful decorations and holiday beingness around here. So today, our prayer chaplain is Mary Connor. If you have a prayer request, just go up to Mary after the service and say, Mary, would you pray with me? And she'll say, yes. Awesome. She's also about to read the daily word, followed by the reading of the Unity Nugget by Nita Matthews Morgan. Mary.
Good morning, Unity Athens. So a word for today is peace. Centered in peace, I am a peaceful presence. Stepping away from the busyness of holiday preparations and important work that must be completed before year's end, I continue my Advent journey by practicing peace in the present moment wherever I am. I am gracious with store clerks and servers in restaurants. I add positive, peaceful thoughts to conversations. When I am traveling, I bless other drivers with whom I share the road and my fellow passengers on public transportation. Peace flows from that place in consciousness where God's presence fills my awareness. I need not find a quiet corner When I'm willing, anywhere can be a peaceful sanctuary. The peace of God refreshes me and goes with me as I return to the activities of the day. Wherever I go, whatever I am doing, I am a peaceful presence. And from Psalms, may the Lord give strength to his people. May the Lord bless his people with peace. So it is.
Good morning, dear people. It's good to see your faces. Yes. This is from last Saturday. Sometimes our Christmas memories are not the stuff of heartwarming movies. We may long to experience the cheer and deeper joy we see in the faces and celebrations of others. The birth of Jesus represents awakening to the power within us to create our own holiday. Hope as a vision of possibilities unencumbered by past or even current circumstances becomes a seed planted in the heart. We align with the spiritual power of faith in us to grow hope into manifestation. We create a season of joyful celebration of love through our thoughts and actions. Firmly grounded in spirit, we open to sacred energy flowing into our activities, candlelight rituals, meals shared with others, spontaneous giving, and celebrating the divine light within each person. Infuse our season with a joy that springs not in response to any material gift, but from deep within. Faith shapes the Christmas experience we hope for into the life we live. And from Psalms, for you, O Lord, are my hope, my trust, O Lord, from my youth.
Thank you so much, Nita and Mary. Keep this handy. We're having some little mic issues today. So, wonderful readings, especially like that last reading because it's by Joy Weiler, who just made her transition. She's a longtime Unity minister, lived up in the St. Louis and Unity area, and she often did talks up there and did talks in other places. Longtime writer in Unity booklets. We'll have a little more to say about her later. But now it is time for announcements. Yay, announcements. Yay. Let's hear it from the remote folks. Yay, announcements. There we go. Read the weekly newsletter. The end. No. Wednesday, this coming Wednesday from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, we have meditation, our once-a-month meditation right here in the sanctuary. All are welcome. Peggy Olson has 2 early Thursday discussion groups this month on the 17th and 29th. That's from 6:30 to 7:30. Details in the newsletter. Next Sunday is our Christmas giveaway and candle lighting. We will have lots of fun, and Jennifer Farron will be here. We'll both be doing the message together and her wonderful music as usual. The Sunday after that, the music and message will be by Beth Beloit. And on December 25th, which falls on a Sunday this year, and I will be with my family out of town, we will have a pre-recorded service that will be streamed at 11 o'clock. We're looking forward to putting that together in the weeks ahead, and it'll be fun with some music and a message, and you can listen to it at 11 or later in the day if you're busy with family or unwrapping gifts or jumping up and down about all the fabulous things that you got for Christmas, or better yet, all the fabulous things you gave this Christmas. Today, in the Classic Center, the glass atrium portion, the Athens Master Chorale is going to be performing. David Matthews Morgan is part of that, It's free. I've attended these in the past. They are absolutely wonderful. So that is at the Classic Center at 4 o'clock today. In the back of the room, we now have our gift table. We did that about 2 years ago and restarting it back up. All kinds of wonderful ornaments and presents if you would like to purchase something or if you would like to donate something. And that is it as far as announcements. Yay again, we're done with them. With the help of Martha Cook, a collaboration, Michelle Brown, one of our board president and one of our newer members, put together a prayer for political peace. With the election, the runoff election coming up this Tuesday, and please get out and vote. And if someone needs a ride to the voting place, or if you can do anything to encourage people to vote, it's very, very important that people use their right. It's a wonderful right that we have living in this country. Not all countries that claim to be democracies have such a wonderful voting system as we do. So we say this prayer for political peace, just seeing love and light going out to all different people and different parties and different candidates. If you would, we'll turn in. Let us take a deep breath together into our hearts and feel our divine center, the seat of infinite source. As we center ourselves in the presence of the divine, we focus our attention on America, our home. We affirm Republicans, Democrats, independents, and all people in between are willing to see the best in each other and desire to work together with open hearts and minds for the collective unity of all. We see all people acting with integrity, resolving conflicts peacefully. We see all people letting go of fear and picking up the mantle of faith and love. We see people as waking up to their own divinity, and as they do, they see each other as aligned with their divine source. We affirm that all elected officials and leaders are willing to work together for the good of all peoples, regardless of political affiliation, race, gender, or creed. We are so grateful to feel the joy of knowing that our country's well-being, peace, and absolute highest good is manifesting now. Thank you, God. It is done, and so it is. Ashe. It's time for meditation. If you are watching for the first time from home, this is a quiet time, and we spend at least 2 moments of the guided meditation part in deep silence. Why? Because as Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, the co-founders of Unity, taught, that is the place where we really can feel that connection to Source Spirit, whatever you call the divine. And we often get nudges or messages or gifts of knowingness, and it might show up later in the day. Might want to put on some quiet music at home or listen to the music we'll be playing, light a candle, maybe turn off your lights. Oh, the tree is so pretty too. Might want to meditate by your Christmas tree if you have one. So I will step up to the stage. And we relax. Think about your breath, if you will, taking some deep cleansing breaths and letting go. As we reflect on our spiritual faculty, our Advent faculty of peace, we allow peace within ourselves, for that is truly where it begins. And from that peaceful place, we look out into our world and see peace. We look at our relationships, our connections, and see peace. If our hearts feel troubled or afraid or worried, we bless them with peace. Peace is looking at things from a higher level. It's looking at all people from a higher level. It is seeing the divine in everyone, not just our favorite people, everyone. It is knowing that we are divinely made, that we are spiritual beings having a spiritual experience. And that we can call upon the divine, that God in the midst of us. When we get off track, when we worry or doubt or fear or point fingers. We turn within now deeper into the silence, like a seed snuggled in the earth. We rest and relax into the love of God. The peace that passeth all understanding is ours, is yours, if you wish to claim it. Consider giving yourself a hug, or a heart hug, putting your hands over your heart chakra, telling yourself, I love you. Perhaps followed by your name. I love you. You are wonderful. You are divine. You are loved. And when you're ready, open your eyes, take a breath. Do a little dance. I'm not going to do a little dance, but we will turn the lights on. Thank you, Mary. Let there be light. And there was. And it was that easy, you know? It is easy. It is easy to turn on the light, and we forget sometimes. We do indeed forget. Let's talk about peace. Do you have a sacred spot where you regularly center in peace? One of the Advent book writers had mentioned that he liked to be up late at night and was quiet in the world, and just to be able to sit in that quietness. But do you have a sacred spot, a peaceful spot? Maybe you have many. Maybe it's out walking in nature. Maybe it's a spot in your home. I have my meditation area with my wonderful candles and cards and crystals and all that, and I center there. But my other peaceful, sacred spot is at my kitchen window, which is right over the sink and looks into my backyard, and that's where I see. It's not always real peaceful in nature because I put bird seed out and the cardinals will be fighting the chickadees for the seed and even each other sometimes, and the squirrels and the chipmunks will be trying to run up the bird feeder, and then they knock the seed off so it's easier to get on the ground. But it's lovely out there, and then the deer come along so peacefully, just, like all is well, really, all is well, Bronte. So think about that. If you don't have a peaceful spot, and maybe it is outdoors, you might want to think of also having one indoors, where you can just center. When you walk to that spot, you just feel the all is wellness that is actually with us all the time. But sometimes, yes, indeed, we need reminders. I know where my sacred, peaceful spots aren't. It's anywhere there's clutter in my home. It just takes my brain there. It's just I should be doing this or that. To-do lists don't feel like peaceful, sacred spots. That's just for me. Maybe that works for you. In front of the TV, watching TV and Hallmark Christmas movies. It's kind of numbing, but I don't think it's really peaceful, okay? It's just but sometimes numbing is a little good too. At Unity Athens here, we've labeled this Advent season as a journey in consciousness. So what does that mean? If it's a journey, let's keep moving forward, correct? A journey is not just standing still, it's a movement forward. Our purpose today is going to be to expand our sense of peace. So we're going to do a little exercise in a bit. It will not require jumping jacks or moving around. If you're really good at it, you may have tools and teachings and affirmations and cards on your mirrors that help you be in a peaceful place. Or you may occasionally struggle with it. Or it may be an ongoing challenge for you. At times, I felt really good at centering in peace. And in fact, I was thinking, okay, I'm really peaceful, but then if I know I'm so peaceful, why did I get so excited about 5 years ago when a worker that was at the doggy daycare place where I was picking up my dog looked at me and said, "You are so yoga." And it made me stop and I said, wow, no one's ever said that to me before. You are so yoga. And I said, thank you. She says, yes, you're so peaceful. But I said, let's just stay with the yoga, because that's really, people have said I'm peaceful, but I'm so yoga. So know that. You are so yoga. You're so yoga. You're so yoga. All of you that are watching on live stream, you're so yoga. So I was thinking, okay, well, if it made me feel that good, then maybe I wasn't feeling that peaceful all the time, or maybe I was thinking that I wasn't showing at it. I guess I was calm that day, but I've also often tripped over something going on in my life. Have you done that, where you're just feeling calm and then all of a sudden something trips you up and your brain goes all over the place? And then there's been big things where it felt like a big trip, like a big block, like a big stumble, like a big muddy place even. And then there's been times where it just felt like an eruption of the peace in my life, where no matter what, I couldn't seem to center in it. I was thinking almost like that Mauna Loa volcano that's going on right now in Hawaii. It's a big thing, and yeah, it's pretty safe, and There's some lava, and it's beautiful, and it's gorgeous, but it doesn't feel peaceful. There's a different energy there, and of course it's a natural energy. It's the earth reacting to itself and to outer things. What can we learn about peace from other people? I think, and I was studying this a couple of years ago when I spoke for a group at the New Year's ecumenical event about Martin Luther King in his letters from a Birmingham jail. To be in a jail as a black man at that time, in a little cell in Birmingham, Alabama, where dogs had been out and brutality had been everywhere, and he was in a cell, he said, that was very high and tall but very narrow. But there was one small window up there, and that's what he focused on. He focused on the window. But he wasn't feeling worried about himself. He was concerned about his wife at home, young baby. Did she know what happened to him? Did she know he was okay? And he was worried about the many volunteers that they had out protesting, because it was their mission to pay for any of them that got arrested to get them bailed out quickly and covered legally. That's who he was worried for. He was at peace. And I think sometimes when, life gets really difficult or tough and we're feeling angsty, if we can move away from that in ourselves and work on other people, to do those prayer works that our prayer team does. I'm always emailing them with this prayer request and that prayer request that come into me. First place I go is to people like Mary and Nita and Martha and Peggy, because I can't even quite handle it myself. That's what a prayer chaplain does. And I think, and I'm not speaking for Martin, what a wonderful man, but I'm thinking maybe that helped him, just to see that window way up there and to know that indeed the light was coming in, and of course he was very centered in God. From Philippians chapter 4, verses 8 and 9, finally, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. What you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, practice these things, and the God of peace will be with you. So are we thinking about what's honorable, just, pure, lovely? For instance, in election things. We talked about that a little bit pre-service this morning. It's being in the peace. It's not criticizing the ones we don't like. It's looking at the bigger picture. It's seeing the humanity in everyone. And yes, sometimes it can be challenging. But we teach at Unity and supposedly believe that God is in everyone. And if we are busy criticizing, worrying, making fun of, pointing fingers at, we're not at peace. How can we be? How can we be? What we think about expands in our life. Another Unity and New Thought truth. What we think about expands. Shows up more. Maybe it's all there, and maybe just by thinking about it we see it more. What we think about creates. So what are we thinking about? Are we thinking about peace? So there's a little exercise that was coming to me yesterday. Some places of worship, and we've done this in the past, have a bring a friend to church Sunday, right? Have you ever done that? Like, okay, we're all friends here, and it would fill up a place sometimes. Bring a friend to church. Bring a friend to church. Well, I'm inviting you to do that now, etherically, to bring a friend to sit next to you, or you might want to pull an empty chair if you want to, or just picture them sitting next to you. Now, what is this friend going to be like? Not going to be your bestie, not going to be your dear one, not going to be a family member, not going to be a baby. It's going to be someone that you don't care for, someone you don't like, perhaps. Someone, because we're doing it imaging, etherically, we can bring anyone to sit next to us for a bit. It can be, I did this exercise last night. I picked 2 people in politics, one a former person in a role, and one a current one. And I'm not going to give any names. If you want to talk to me after the service, I will, though. And I said, okay, you're going to sit next to me. You're the friend I'm bringing to church. And I'm going to see nothing but good about you. Nothing but good. And I'm going to lay some peace on you, which of course is really laying it on myself. And I'm going to see you as divine. Now, this could be a family member you don't particularly get along with. It can be someone in the grocery store from 4 weeks ago that said something you didn't like. It can be somebody you just read their stuff. You never met them in person. But if you will, choose someone, and it could be a forgiveness technique, but this isn't quite like forgiveness. This is divinity seeing. So pick someone, if you will. Don't pick someone that would be a trigger to you. We always want to make sure it feels safe. So, if someone hurt you, don't necessarily bring them in. If you want to go out further and pick someone in the world. Might be someone you have an issue with. That coworker you wish would hurry up and retire tomorrow. That person you used to love or used to be in relationship with. And don't have to share it. This is yours. Don't need to tell anyone. If it's really difficult, don't have them sit next to you. Put them in a corner somewhere. Someone from the news or political arena. Arena seems to be a good word these days. Could be someone in history you don't like. So have them plop down next to you. And if it feels the least bit scary, pick someone else. We want to generate peace. Take their hand. Take their hand. Be like Jesus or God or Mother Teresa or Mr. Rogers. Feel your goodness, your divine nature, your outpouring of God's stuff. That God that the filmer said is in the midst of you. Say to them something like, "My peace I give to you." Or, "I'm seeing you as the true peace and love that you are." Or, "God loves you." Can you say to that person, "I love you"? Don't have to. It may be difficult. God loves you. Takes it up a bit. Hold that hand. I found when I did it with one of the people I was working with, mentally, I had to blur the face a little bit in one case. But I thought, okay, I'm going to shine light in that face. One person that I was working with etherically, I had to picture that person telling a story about their youth to a young child. Because all those things do play into making us what we are and what they are, do they not? Our histories. So, yay, if you're able to do this. And bring yourself back to the moment. If you weren't able to do it or don't want to do it, that's okay. But consider working on that as part of this journey of consciousness and Advent. And you might do it for all of the different phases of Advent. Faith. You might want to choose someone to say, I have faith in you. I have faith in you to do the right thing. I have faith in you to honor all, whatever it is. And the peace, and then next Sunday, love. This came to me last night. I'm going to share it. Jesus taught love, right? He outpoured love. He outpoured love. He got angry. He had emotions. He was a human being. And I'm sure some of the people that edited the Bible over the years took away some of his humanness and made him more divine than he may have actually been in the body. And that's not heresy. But he was love. And he could love people. Try, perhaps, to take on this task to be more like that, to be more loving, to see love, to pick these people, situations, circumstances, people maybe in your connections or in your past, and send them love. Just send them love. Woke up this morning, I decided to send so-and-so love. Be aware, if it's someone that's still in the body, they may show up in your life in a day or two because it's energy and it is felt. Have you ever thought of somebody you hadn't seen in years and then all of a sudden you got a letter or a note from them or saw them on Facebook or they called you? Yeah. Have you ever just thought of someone's name and they show up? So consider doing that as a closing. If you can, have them sit down next to you. If you're lighting your Advent wreath at home, perhaps see their hand lighting that candle as you light yours. Perhaps in your meditation time, sit and send peace. You can also send it to our country. You can also send it to all political candidates. You can also send it to the new Congress that's coming in. You can send it to Ukraine. If you do that, please also send it to Russia. Conflict is always two-sided, is it not? Send it to both sides. I hope that in these days ahead, as you prepare for wonderful holidays of Hanukkah and Christmas and Kwanzaa, that you will find peace in places that you never imagined you would. Might be words from a friend, it might be just a moment where everything becomes still, kind of like a dream. You're in this busy life and then all of a sudden you have this moment of stillness. I'm going to conclude with this lovely piece by Joy Weiler. She's just such a wonderful Unity person. I met her briefly when I was at conference in June. And she passed on, made her transition, changed form, dropped the body in November. Dear friends, with the bustle of the holidays, it may be easy to feel overwhelmed. The burden may seem to be too much to do, or it could be a longing for more to engage in. Pause for a moment and take the journey from head down to the heart. If you're able and willing, you might want to just touch your head and then touch your heart or your heart chakra for a moment. She says, I invite you to gently breathe into the mystery of the birth of the Christ and what that represents in each of us. Letting go of thoughts of doing or not doing. Sense the clarity of the star guiding the Magi through the darkness. Through the darkness. With the same surety you are guided. Hear the sweet message of peace the angels shared with the shepherds. Hear it. Celestial song out in the skies. She goes on, in this holiday season, let us choose to embody peace, love, and joy. Connected to the divine within, there is nothing we have to do. We are filled with peace, knowing we are spirit in expression. Reverend Joy Weiler. I'm not going to say rest in peace. I don't say that. I'm going to say fly high, spread joy, sparkle on, go hug someone from the others, just like we send peace to those that are next to us. Namaste, and so it is. We have music coming from Sean Arington, our wonderful local Athens musician. And would you like to share your page that you were talking about? Is that something you want to do when you're up there? Okay, would you do that? You can do that now. And we'll have the basket available. We're going to take our Sacred Exchange basket and just put it available. Please donate. It's very important in these times for us to continue here. So we hope you will send in your donations, your gifts, your support through our website, unityathens.com, or mail in a check, or donate in person when you are here. Pass it on to Sean. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you, Bronte. It seemed like an invitation, so I just got right up. Yes, I have a YouTube channel. I posted, I've got a little song on there that I'm not going to do today. You can find it there. It's been there a while. But I recently put a reading of an old novel, a horror novel by a famous author, and it was for Halloween, and it was a lot of fun, and people are picking up on it, and so you find it on YouTube. Just look up Sean Arington. You'll find me. 1R, S-E-A-N is the first name, if you're interested, and I'm going to put some more stuff there too. I love that message, Bronte. I really appreciate that. I've always been convinced that heaven is a description of what it's supposed to be on earth. Where we're good to each other. And the world is it's kind of a house of mirrors, you know. And we see ourselves reflected, although it may be distorted and we don't understand, and maybe it doesn't look right, and we don't like what we see, but the divine spark is everywhere. Shed my skin, diving in, I'm seeking the light. Hell, I know, think I'd like to give heaven a try. Where all day long we do the impossible, wherever love is found, miracles are bound. And all we want, it's what we were born for, let miracles abound. Wherever love is found. Walk the other mile, a lot of salve and a genuine smile. Head to head, heart to heart, we go hand in hand, hand in hand. We're all day long, we do the impossible wherever love is found. Miracles abound, and all we want is just what we're born for. Let miracles abound. Wherever love is found. All day long, we do the impossible wherever love is found. Miracles abound, and all we want is what we were born for. Let miracles abound. Wherever love is found, found. It looks like we've done it again. It looks like we've done it again. It looks like we've done it again. It looks like we've done it. It looks like.
Thank you so much, Sean Arington, with one R. Okay, let's give Sean another round of applause. And we see blessings. We just see abundance flowing into Unity Athens. We know it. We know it's in God's hands, and God doesn't have hands out there somewhere. It's within all of us. It's in what we believe in, and we believe in the truth, and we believe in abundance, and we believe in abundance by not thinking about lack. That's all it is. It's abundance, and we see people beginning to come back to the sanctuary, and we see a wonderful holiday season unfolding, and next week with Jennifer Farron and myself and Beth Beloit after that, and we see you all. Whether you're far away or in the neighborhood or here in person, we see you blessed with so much divinity, with such a deep knowing of who and whose you are, that you walk out in this world and you shine with celestial light. And people sometimes stop in their tracks because they see that light in you. They see that peace, that love, that faith in you. And seeing it in you, they learn to see it in themselves. And so it is. We have our prayer for protection. We'll say that, and we'll follow that with the Peace on Earth song. And thank you for everyone online that's watching. Give yourself a hug again. You are so deserving of all good things. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. We often add, and all is well. It wasn't in the original. And we'll sing Peace on Earth, blessing our globe, blessing everything, and seeing sparkly, delight-filled days for you now and in the days ahead. Let's give another warm round of applause for Sean and for Kevin, again, handling all the technical stuff so beautifully. Namaste. Peace song, please.